What's up gamers? In this video I'm going to show you how to mod weapons in Escape from Tarkov. If you enjoy the video or it helps you out at all, like and subscribe for more, and you can also catch me streaming on Twitch every Monday and Wednesday at 6 PM GMT. So starting off, the first thing you want to do is craft the workbench in the hideout. This is the workbench. You only need to craft it for level 1. So craft the workbench. This lets you open the weapon presets tab, which then takes you onto the weapon customization screen. And we'll get on to this a little more in a second. It would also help if you were level 15, so you get the flea market, so you can buy all the weapon attachments that you would like, or just like you can search for them. Get my words a bit muddled up there. So what I like to do, especially at the start of a wipe, is examine weapon parts. You can do this in the traders. These will all be blanked out. You can examine all these. You also get extra XP for that. Or another thing you can do is you select a weapon. Let's say the AK-74M here. Click linked search. And then these two little drop down panels here. Click these. And this will give you all the muzzle devices. You can go ahead and click all these, and as you go through them, they'll all be blanked out. You just click the middle mouse button to examine, and then this gives you the option to use that while you're in the weapon customization screen. Same with the suppressors, all of these. So I've already got these examined, and as you go on, as you play the game more and more and find them in raid and stuff, you'll examine them in raid, and you'll have more to work with when you're modding weapons. I can't actually find anything that I've not examined, but that's what I like to do. So for each weapon, say you buy an M4, use link search, and then you can go through everything for the M4. And a lot of the stuff, like sights and stuff like that, optics, they'll already be examined if you've already done it with like a HK or something like that. Let's say you're level 15, you've got the flea market, you've built the workbench, and you want to craft a weapon. You want to mod and build your own weapon. So you can go on the flea market or the traders if they've got a weapon that you like. Say I want to buy an AK-103. I want to buy an AK-103, for example. So Prapor sells this for 47k. One thing you do need to watch out for if you're buying off the flea is the durability. See, this is only 98. You don't want one that's got low durability, because then you're going to have to pay even more to repair that. Or you might not realize it and take it into raid and you're missing shots, it's malfunctioning, it's misfiring. You don't want that. So traders usually sell them 100 out of 100 durability. So you can buy your AK off a Prapor. We've got our AK here. You want to make sure you've got enough space in your stash as well, to fit all the attachments. So sometimes I like to just clear a space. Because when you add suppressors, hot stocks, mags, stuff like that, it can make the gun a bit bigger. And if you don't have the space, you'll need to go out the weapon customization screen, mess about with the space in your stash, and then go back into it and then find all your parts again. It can be a bit annoying. So like if I take the mag out of this, that only takes up one row now instead of two. So there's a few things that can change the size of the gun. So I like to just clear a space like this, and then what you can do is right click and edit preset. That will take you straight to the weapon customization screen. I need to start learning how to say that. From there, you can click on the different parts of the weapon. Receiver, gas block, handguard, mount. You can build a gun from like the gas tube up, basically. So this can all be stripped, but I like to have a little template like this. I think it's just a little bit easier and it's nicer on the eye. So what you can do is you can change different parts of the gun. Say you want to change the receiver. Let's say put something like this on. Maybe change the receiver to a bastion. You can't install this at the same time. You can take that off, get a bastion, that lets you get a scope on there. Let's see that. And already you've gave yourself a nicer looking gun, a scope to work with better, to see it better, to aim better. But another important fact is if you press this little tab here, this opens up the stats of the gun. So the main stats to focus on are ergonomics and recoil. Ergonomics, this is quite an important stat. The higher the ergonomics, the better. This is like how long you can aim down sights. Like the higher this is, the longer you can aim down sights. The higher this is, the faster you'll aim down sights from like sprinting, or say you run around the corner and you see someone, you'll be able to aim down the sight faster, and that little bit split second faster can win you the gunfight, can get you that kill. So make sure you've got the ergonomics as high as it can be. Also the vertical recoil on the horizontal recoil, vertical up and down, horizontal left to right, it's a bit self-explanatory. More out of the two, I focus on the vertical. The lower that is, the better. So let's say for example I want to put on a grip here. As you can see, when I hover over it, that's going to add on 7 ergonomics, but it's going to take away 3 vertical recoil. If I add the rail, this gives me more options. So things like the shift, which is a pretty popular grip, but it can be quite expensive. That's going to give me +9 and only -3 vertical recoil. But -3 is actually good. So you want minus recoil and plus ergonomic. So yeah, add that on. You move this about to have a look at the gun a little bit better. Let's just put on a simple, there's a muzzle brake, like suppressor type part there. But that's going to take away 18 ergonomics. But the thing you also have to watch out for, the stuff that adds on, the more ergonomics and less recoil, the more expensive it can be. So you might want to search these up in the flea market to see how expensive they can be. You can always change things around, because you can say I want to build this now as it is, like that. I'm happy with that. Or say I was happy with that gun. You can click assemble here. This is the parts you need that you don't have in your stash. You might have, say, a scope hidden in one of your backpacks or something, or in your stash. And this won't show up here, so you won't have to buy that. You can just use it out of your stash. The parts you want to buy parts. Yes, and then they'll come up here. The parts you can buy off of traders will show up straight away, but to get the other parts from the flea market, we want to click this, and this will bring up the cheapest parts from the flea market. So 80k for this. So that's a bit expensive. So all we do is we go back. You want to change that for something a little bit cheaper, but almost as good. Say, let's just say I want to go with that. That's only giving me +3. Oh, that's giving me -3 ergonomics. But it's going to be a plus from stock. So I want that, and then we can buy parts. Yes, like owner type traders, and then it's showing you the total price down here, 74 grand. Purchase all. You can click back there, and then now we have all the parts in our inventory to build this weapon. So we click assemble. That's the weapon built. One thing that you do need to look out for is the magazines. Different magazines add different ergonomics also. So having a big drum mag, that's going to take away quite a lot of ergonomics. The 30 rounders, they usually add a little bit. The 30 rounders are normally the same. There's quite a good one. That's going to add 10 ergonomics on there. So just play about with it, and the more you build weapons, the better you'll get, and the faster you'll get at building them. But you can take quite some time on this and really make a nice gun for yourself. And when you do that, and click save, make up a name for the gun, click save there, and you've just built yourself a nice gun. And when you want to open that back up, let's go back to character for a second. So there's the gun all made. If you say you lose this gun in a raid, but you want the exact same build, and you've saved it, like presets, just type in the name here and open, and it'll come right up. And then all you do is click assemble. It'll let you buy all the parts. But I would buy the type of gun first, because sometimes it can give you a gun with low durability off the flea market. If you've got traders, there's nothing really to worry about. I would take them off the traders. So one thing I would say would be with the scopes, once you've got them all examined, you can try different scopes, see what ones you like the best. You can take the gun to, let's move these out of the way just now. You can take this gun to the hideout. Once you've got the shooting range up and running, you can try it out and see how you like it. If you don't like the scope, press F to try your weapon. If you don't like the scope, I don't think we've got any ammo in this. If you don't like the scope, or the recoil is a bit too much, you can always change it. Or you can always spend like 5 minutes on this, just shooting some of these targets and getting used to the recoil before you go into raid with it. Just get a little bit more comfortable with it. An important thing to watch out for with guns, it's probably more important than the gun itself, is the ammo. So if we go ahead and click linked search here, click ammo and rounds, you can see all the different types of ammo. You don't want to spend 300 grand, like a million grand, building a gun, building like an M4 to put M88 in it, because you're not going to, especially late in the wipe, you're not going to kill people, and you're just going to lose the gun and waste money. So I'm going to link the ammo chart in the description, and you can see the best types of ammo to use with all the different ammo types and all the different guns. So obviously the best to use for the 103 that I like would be BP. That's one of my most favorite rounds in the game. The better the round, the more expensive it's going to be as well. So watch out for what ammo you're buying. I would spend, if you've not got the money to build the gun, try a budget build. I'm also going to link one of my budget build videos at the end of this video, so you can check that out if you want. But yeah, if you've not got a lot of money, I would spend less on the gun and more on the ammo, because the ammo is probably the most important thing. When you're finding parts in raid, when you're finding gun parts in raid, there's a lot of parts that sell for quite a lot, like you've seen before with the shift grip. That's 80k, and that's only one. That only takes up a slot in your inventory. Or even if you kill someone and he's got a big modified weapon, like a heavily modified weapon, you can either keep that, like strip it for some parts that you'll keep, or you can sell it all, make some profit, whatever you want to do. But I would recommend getting yourself one of the weapon cases. BSG actually gave away some weapon cases after the Twitch Rivals tournaments. So if you've not got one of those, try and get yourself one of those. I think they can be quite expensive. Like, there you go, 5 million. But even if you don't get a weapons case, you can get the thick items case from Therapist, and you could use one of these just for storing weapon parts. So you can put these all in here. These are obviously old parts from the gun I had before, which when you do mod a weapon, all the old parts will come into your inventory, so you can just sell those to mechanic, which is what I like to do when I mod a weapon. Just keep the price down a little bit as well. So yeah, get yourself a weapons case or an items case, and any parts you want to keep, build weapons with, just stick them in the case, and when you go to build it and you click that assemble button, you might have most of the parts already, which is pretty good. And a lot of that comes with experience as well. I think the more you play, the more you'll examine stuff and find stuff, and the more weapons you build, you'll get to know what you like, and you'll know straight off when you see a weapon part, like on a scav run or a PMC run. You can just grab that, and you'll know you'll need to use it, or you'll know straight away how much it costs because you've already seen it in the flea market, or see how much it costs. So that's also good for making money and building even better guns in the future. But yeah, sorry for going on a bit, but that's basically all I know about weapon modding. When I first started, I didn't actually realise, when I first got the game, I didn't realise you could craft a workbench and it would be a lot easier like that. Kind of like Call of Duty and games like that. Obviously this is more in depth, but it's not as scary as it looks when you're watching someone else do it for the first time. So I hope this video's helped you out a bit, and got you to grips with weapon modding, weapon building, and changing different parts of the gun. If you've got any other questions, ask away in the comments, and I will see you on the next one. Yeah, same here, mate. I've got to bring extra ammo. Uh-oh. There's always another one. Who the fuck did I do that? Jesus, my heart's beating fast. That is tense.